5 New York City bus lines are now free to ride. The MTA launched its new pilot program yesterday. It's expected to last 6 months. The MTA will then evaluate how fare-free service affects ridership on these routes and adjacent routes. This program is part of the Fix the MTA legislative package, which passed in the last state budget. Earlier in the program, I spoke with State Senator Mike Gianaris, one of the main sponsors of this bill.
We're really trying to get the city to think about mass transit differently and change the way we do this, because there are all sorts of public goods that are paid for through tax dollars, whether it's public schools or uniform services. Mass transit is vital for people to get around this city. It is an unaffordable city, as we all know, and this little bit should help greatly.
So it's a big picture question about should public transit be free. For now, we'll focus on these 5 routes. Alyssa Palicelli is along one of those routes this morning, the B60 in Brooklyn. Hi, Alyssa.
Good morning, Pat. Well, it has been a miserable Monday morning commute with this weather, but at least if you're taking the B60, you don't have to pay that $2.90 to get on, and you won't have to until at least March 30th. So the next 6 months, your ride is going to be free. This fare-free pilot program is a part of that, part of the state budget, Fix the MTA, that was passed back when those budget negotiations were being figured out. So this is the second day, the first weekday commute of this being rolled out. And it's not only the B60, but also if you're a rider who takes the Q4 in Queens, the M116 in Manhattan, the S4696 in Staten Island, or the BX18AB, you are also not having to swipe your Metro card or tap that Omni reader. Instead, when you get on the bus, it just says in green bold letters, free fare, and that's how you know the buses you will not be charging you that $2.90 fare, because it'll say it in front where it says B60 or whatever route that you are taking. The MTA did specify and select these routes based on a number of different parameters. They looked at ridership, they looked at fare evasion numbers, they looked at the socioeconomic makeup of the route that of the neighborhoods that these routes go through. And this program is expected to cost taxpayers $15 million and expected to last 6 months. And we caught up with some of those riders who are reaping the benefits of the fare-free program.
Helps a lot, you know, every little bit helps, you know. Now you could allocate that money towards something else, you know. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good idea, you know. And I'm just lucky to be the line that I use, you know.
Because everything is expensive, so now for ride $6 for me is good.
So we started off at the Williamsburg bus depot. We actually, when you spoke to the senator last hour, we took the bus with him a couple stops to see how it was. You know, it is a holiday, so there's a little bit of a slower traffic this morning, but everyone who was on there was happy to be inside a bus and outside of the rain and the elements that we are feeling this morning. But this free fare program only includes these routes. So if you are taking this bus to a train, if you're taking this bus to another bus route, you have to pay that transfer fee, and that is something that they want to make clear. Just, you know, if you're expected to pay your fare throughout other parts of your commute, you have to do so. And this free bus service is expected to service just about 44,000 people every single day. So for those 44,000 people, many of them saying this is that extra money is gonna go a long way, especially during these times, Pat, when you know, budgeting is getting tougher and tougher with the rising cost of everything.
Oh, and Alyssa, that was one of the things they looked at when they picked these 5 bus routes is, are these buses that would get you from somewhere to somewhere else that wouldn't be an obvious subway commute? So they wanted to make sure that it got to a group of people who might really benefit from this rather than just duplicating another bus service or subway service.
Yeah, we spoke to the first gentleman you heard from, Clarence Cook. He said that he only takes the B60 bus. So from the time he, you know, gets on the bus till his destination, he is only using that bus. So he doesn't have to pay that fare at all. And that's, you know, they're going to look at this and see how successful this is over the next 6 months and see if this is something that can be expanded to the whole city. Obviously, the New York City public transit system is so much bigger than many of the other cities where this program has been rolled out. So we're a long ways away from that, but this is the first step, the groundwork to see how plausible that could actually be in the future.
Out in the rain for us this morning, Alyssa Palicelli. Thanks, Alyssa.